Have you ever realized how certain items in your home occupy space, yet you find it difficult to part with them? Over time, clutter can accumulate. Outdated furniture, piles of paperwork, and cherished items hidden in the corners. However, the reality is this: before you reach 70, there are specific household items you need to get rid of, and this process goes beyond simply creating more space. It's about crafting a space that feels more effortless, manageable, and aligned with the lifestyle you aspire to have. In this video, we're exploring 6 particular household items that are holding you back more than you might think. Whether it's items you've clung to out of routine, possessions that have lost their purpose, or things that subtly contribute to your daily stress, you'll find that releasing them can offer you surprising relief. Moreover, you'll discover that letting go of these items isn't a matter of losing something. It's about gaining freedom. Let's begin. First, furniture that is tired and not being used. Old, worn-out furniture that no longer serves you is one of the biggest contributors to household clutter. Throughout the years, it's common to gather surplus chairs, tables, and cabinets, items that may have served a purpose at one time, but now remain idle, occupying precious space. In reality, keeping furniture that has lost its functionality or comfort is not only a physical weight, but can also lead to added stress. Consider that large recliner in the corner that remains untouched, the massive dining table that hasn't hosted a family gathering in ages, the dresser with drawers that stick and annoy you each time you attempt to open it. These items aren't enhancing your life. They're merely occupying space. As you age, an excess of furniture can complicate your living space, making it more challenging to move around and heightening the chances of collisions, trips, or simply feeling inundated by clutter. Consider Frank. At 74, he has resided in the same home for many years. Throughout the years, he gathered furniture, some passed down through family, some bought, and some gifted by friends. At one time, his home exuded warmth, but gradually he began to observe something. Navigating his home grew increasingly challenging. Tidying up required more time, and some areas seemed more like storage zones than havens for relaxation. His daughter visited and casually mentioned that he had 5 chairs in his living room, but only 2 were ever used. That was when he realized it was time for a change. He took a daring step. He began with a single room, deciding to part with the belongings that had lost their true value. The chair, once broken with a wobbly leg, is no more. The enormous coffee table turned navigating the room into a challenge when trying to exit. As he removed each piece, an unexpected feeling washed over him: relief. His home seemed more spacious, more welcoming, and above all, simpler to inhabit. That's the essence of furniture. When it proves beneficial, it enriches your existence. However, when it turns into mere excess, it subtly saps your energy and creates a sense of disarray in your environment. You don't have to fill your house with furniture to create a sense of home. The truth is, when you possess less, you tend to value what you still have even more. If you have furniture that isn't benefiting you anymore, consider this: when was the last time I truly used it? If you're having to ponder it, it's likely time to release it. A home that is easy to navigate, maintain, and genuinely appreciate holds far greater worth than any unused chair or table cluttering the area. Second, garments you never put on. At one time or another, we all cling to garments that we no longer use. It could be a suit that hasn't been worn in years, a dress purchased for a long-ago special event, or a stack of old t-shirts that remain untouched in your drawers. Regardless of the situation, prior to reaching 70, it's essential to thoroughly examine your wardrobe and consider whether you truly require all of this. Having a closet full of clothes you don't wear isn't just occupying space. It's contributing to unnecessary clutter in your life. Apparel possesses a unique ability to capture memories. The jacket you donned for that significant occasion. Those jeans you once adored but haven't slipped into for ages. Those old shoes tucked away at the bottom of your closet may not cross your mind often, yet they remain, silently taking up space. For numerous individuals, parting with old clothing seems akin to releasing ties to the past. However, there's a point worth pondering. Your wardrobe ought to showcase your current self, not your past identity. Consider Linda, for instance. At 72, her closet brimmed with clothes, yet she consistently chose just a few pieces to wear. She owned dresses from the 80s, jackets that had remained untouched for decades, and shoes that appeared stylish, yet caused her discomfort every time she attempted to wear them. Each morning, she would find herself in front of her closet, overwhelmed by the multitude of options, many of which had lost their practicality. One day, she chose to transform her life. She emptied her closet and created 3 distinct piles. One for the clothes she cherished and regularly wore, one for the garments that had become too small or uncomfortable, and one for the pieces she was holding on to just in case. The final pile was the most challenging to manage. As she began to part with items she hadn't used in ages, a realization dawned on her. She was not losing anything. She was finding room, understanding, and a closet that truly simplified her life. That's the essential point. When you declutter your clothes, you're not just getting rid of fabric. You're simplifying your daily routine. You simplify the process of getting dressed in the morning, help in discovering what you truly enjoy wearing, and allow for a smoother journey through life without extra burdens. Moreover, those clothes could be benefiting someone else. Rather than allowing them to gather dust in your closet, consider giving them to someone in need. If your closet is packed with clothes you hardly wear, consider asking yourself, do I truly need this? If it doesn't fit, feels uncomfortable, or has been sitting unworn for years, it's time to part ways with it. At this point in your life, you deserve a wardrobe that supports you, not one that holds you back. If you're still tuned into this video and appreciating these insights, drop a comment with the number 2 below to show me you're present. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you won't miss any videos. Let's proceed now. Expired medications and old toiletries should be addressed. One of the most commonly ignored types of household clutter is likely something you have in your bathroom cabinet at this very moment: expired medications and outdated toiletries. These items often accumulate without us even noticing. It could be an old bottle of pain relievers, leftover prescription meds you never completed, or skincare items you purchased but never truly enjoyed. Before you realize it, your drawers and cabinets become cluttered with items you don't use anymore. Moreover, some of them might actually pose safety risks. There is a reason why medications have expiration dates. As time passes, their effectiveness diminishes. In certain situations, they may even turn detrimental. Keeping old prescriptions around for potential future use may appear innocuous. However, the reality is that if you find yourself in need of that medication once more, it's essential to reach out to your doctor for a prescription that reflects your current health requirements and is properly updated. Despite this, many of us continue to store bottles of expired medications, unaware that they only occupy space and pose unnecessary risks. Toiletries are the same. That ancient bottle of lotion you haven't touched in ages, that tube of sunscreen from who knows when, and that perfume you abandoned a decade ago. These things are not permanent. Numerous individuals are unaware that skincare items and makeup also come with expiration dates. Using them beyond their prime may result in skin irritation or infections. Still, we cling to them believing that one day they will be useful. Let's face it, if it hasn't been used in months or even years, chances are you won't be using it anytime soon. Consider Robert, for instance. At 75, He takes great pride in maintaining an organized home. One day, while looking for a bandage, he opened his cabinet and discovered it was packed with bottles and boxes he hadn't used in years. Outdated painkillers, partially used tubes of antibiotic ointment, a prescription for a medication he no longer required. Everything was just lying there. Upon finally dedicating time to review everything, he was astonished by the sheer volume of items he had been holding on to just in case. As he emptied it, a wave of relief washed over him, realizing that everything remaining in his cabinet was indeed safe and practical. Many individuals fail to recognize that. Organizing your medications and toiletries goes beyond mere tidiness. It's focused on safety, ensuring you possess what you truly require and releasing the things that are not essential. Clearing out expired medications creates space for the ones you genuinely depend on. Eliminating old toiletries streamlines your daily routine and guarantees that everything you use is fresh and effective. If you haven't taken a look at your medicine cabinet or bathroom drawers recently, now is the perfect moment to do so. Review your medications. If it's past its expiration date, dispose of it properly. If you have a prescription that you no longer require, make sure to dispose of it correctly rather than allowing it to linger. When it comes to toiletries, it's important to be truthful with yourself. If it hasn't been used in more than a year, chances are you won't use it at all. Release it and embrace the ease of possessing only what you genuinely require. Fourth, outdated papers, documents, and unneeded mail. Paper is one of the most prevalent types of clutter, yet it is also one of the simplest to overlook. Throughout the years, it gathers in heaps on tables, within drawers, inside outdated folders, and even in boxes tucked away for future use. The amount of unnecessary paperwork in most homes is staggering, from outdated bills and expired warranties to instruction manuals for appliances you no longer own. Before reaching the age of 70, it's essential to take charge of it. Paper clutter goes beyond merely occupying space. It can genuinely lead to stress. Consider the annoyance of looking for a crucial document, only to sift through piles of papers that ought to have been discarded ages ago. Or how it can be so daunting when unopened mail accumulates on the counter, giving you the sense that you're always lagging behind on something. In truth, many of the documents we hold on to are no longer needed, and releasing them can provide a surprising feeling of relief. Consider Barbara, for instance. At 73, she possessed a complete filing cabinet brimming with documents from many years ago. Outdated utility bills, receipts for purchases long since forgotten, and even tax returns dating back to the 1980s. Documents that had been lying around for years without any valid purpose for their retention. One day, while searching for a crucial insurance document, she came to the realization of how much of her paperwork was no longer current and useful. After some time, she made the choice to sift through everything, retaining only the documents that truly held significance. When she finished, she had cut her paperwork down by over 50%. For the first time in years, she was certain of where to locate what she required. When you clear out your papers, you're not only freeing up physical space in your home, but also creating mental clarity. You are liberating yourself from the mental chaos that arises from the sight of overflowing mail, heaps of obsolete papers, and folders brimming with items you'll never use again. What's the most exciting aspect? Thanks to modern technology, you can access most important records digitally, eliminating the need to maintain physical copies of everything. What's the first step to take? Begin by examining your paperwork carefully and thoughtfully. If you haven't examined it in years, it's likely that you don't require it. Dispose of outdated bank statements and expired contracts securely. Dispose of manuals for appliances that you no longer possess. Retain only the crucial legal, financial, and medical documents, and arrange them for easy access when necessary. And when it comes to mail, don't allow it to accumulate. Unwanted mail? Discard it right away. Invoices? Compensate them and submit only what is essential. Newsletters or magazines that go unread? Terminate the subscriptions. The objective is straightforward. Retain only the documents that genuinely have a function, and discard the others. If you're still tuned into this video and appreciating these insights, drop a comment with the number 4 below to show me you're present. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you do so, and activate the notification bell to ensure you catch all the videos. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. Let's proceed now. Fifth on the list, kitchen items that go unused. The kitchen often stands out as one of the most disorganized spaces in any household. As time goes by, it's simple to gather things that don't truly have a function. Cabinets overflowing with a hodgepodge of containers, drawers crammed with utensils that rarely see the light of day, and aging pots and pans collecting dust as you approach 70. It's time to declutter the kitchen and eliminate the chaos that's taking over your space. A lot of individuals cling to kitchen items simply because it's what they've always done. It could be a collection of elegant dinnerware you've been holding on to for that elusive special event, or kitchen gadgets you purchased long ago but have remained untouched since. It's possible that you have 3 or 4 different versions of the same tool. A set of spatulas, several coffee mugs, or a drawer brimming with plastic lids that lack corresponding containers. However, the reality is that a kitchen cluttered with items that are either unused or unnecessary does not simplify life. It complicates things. Consider George, for instance. She captured images of moments she wished to recall but didn't require to hold on to in a tangible form. As she did, an unexpected sense of relief washed over her. Many individuals fail to see that. Letting go of sentimental items doesn't equate to erasing memories. It signifies creating room to completely embrace the now. It signifies holding on to what is valuable and releasing what no longer serves you. This involves opting to fill your life with items that uplift you, instead of those that burden you. If you find yourself clinging to sentimental items that feel more like a weight than a gift, take a moment to think it over. Is it necessary to hold on to every letter, every memento, every token to recall the individuals and moments that have influenced you? Is it possible to cherish the memories in your heart while also creating more space in your home? At this point in life, the things that truly matter aren't the ones gathering dust. They are the source of your daily peace and joy. If you're still tuned into this video and appreciating these insights, drop a comment with the number 6 below to show me you're present. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you go ahead and subscribe and make sure to turn on the bell so you won't miss any videos. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. Concluding reflections. As we conclude this video, take a moment to think about the 6 household items we've covered. Clearing out before you reach 70 goes beyond simply creating room. It's about crafting a space that feels more effortless, manageable, and aligned with the lifestyle you aspire to lead. Every item you release is not a detriment. This is a move towards ease, understanding, and tranquility. What caught your attention the most? What items do you recognize from your own home? Perhaps you have begun to part with furniture that no longer meets your needs. Perhaps you've come to see how much simpler life could be without the mess of outdated documents, unnecessary kitchen gadgets, or keepsakes that no longer spark joy. Perhaps this video has offered you a fresh viewpoint on the idea that decluttering goes beyond mere possessions. It concerns liberty. We are eager to receive your feedback. Drop a comment below and tell us one thing you discovered today and how you intend to apply it in your life. We value your opinions, so please feel free to express them. Your comments provide us with tremendous motivation and support. If you found this video enjoyable and useful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. We appreciate you tuning in, and we can't wait to catch you in the next video. At 76 years old, he has resided in the same home for many years. Throughout the years, his kitchen became cluttered with gadgets and cookware that he seldom utilized. Blenders, food processors, and toasters remained unused. Cabinets filled with plates and glasses piled high, while drawers overflowed with tools he couldn't recall ever purchasing. Whenever he required something, he had to sift through the mess just to locate it. After toppling a stack of unused baking sheets in his quest for a pan, he came to the conclusion that it was time to make a change. He navigated his kitchen methodically, pondering a straightforward question: do I really use this? If the response was negative, he put it aside. No more duplicates. Outdated spices and pantry goods discarded. The bread maker he purchased years ago and used just once has been donated. When he completed the project, his kitchen transformed into a totally new environment. More practical, more orderly, and above all, simpler to navigate. That's the essential point. By parting with kitchen items that go unused, you cultivate an environment that serves your needs rather than hinders them. Preparing meals is easier. Tidying up requires less effort, and you won't feel burdened by messy countertops or overflowing cabinets. A well-equipped kitchen isn't about having everything. It's about having the basics to create delicious meals. Take a moment to observe your kitchen. Take a look inside your cabinets, sift through your drawers, and reflect on when you last utilized this item. If it has been years, if it's merely gathering dust, if it's something you're holding on to only for potential future use, then it's time to part with it. A kitchen that contains only the items you truly use not only simplifies management, but also enhances the ease and enjoyment of daily life. Sixth, sentimental items that have lost their purpose for you. Sentimental items are among the most challenging things to declutter. Ancient letters, tokens from dear ones, mementos from previous trips, or containers brimming with memories from years gone by. These items hold significant emotional value, which is why many individuals find it difficult to part with them. However, there's an important point to think about before reaching 70. Consider if these sentimental items truly bring you happiness, or if they are just occupying space. Numerous individuals cling to sentimental belongings due to feelings of guilt associated with parting from them. A present from a departed family member, a collection of birthday cards from years past, mementos from your children or grandchildren. These items evoke significant memories, yet they can also feel burdensome as they accumulate. Ultimately, memories aren't found in things, they reside within you. Holding on to too much sentimental clutter doesn't pay tribute to the past. It only complicates your present. Consider Helen as a case in point. At 78, she had been clinging to countless boxes, filled with old letters, souvenirs, and keepsakes from various phases of her life. Upon relocating to a more compact residence, she discovered a whole storage unit brimming with items she hadn't examined in years. Initially, the thought of eliminating anything seemed unfeasible. What if she lost the memories linked to those items? What if releasing it felt like wiping away a segment of her existence? However, she then changed direction. She began to choose carefully instead of clinging to everything. She held on to a few genuinely significant items: her wedding album, a selection of letters from cherished ones, and a small assortment of keepsakes that brought her joy. She released the rest. She contributed items that might still benefit others,